Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, really? Welcome to this edition of the X-Fan Show Thursday. Dirty decided to keep me on as I'm trying to get myself together. I guess y'all can hear me. Thank you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you.
Well, when did you? So I've noticed over the last couple weeks, right? I'm starting to become like you, where I get dumbfounded when people come on the show and I lose control of our interviews, and yet you are starting to become the unprofessional one.
That's a Wednesday night. You know where I am, and that's all I'm gonna say today. You know where I am on a Wednesday night. I don't want to meet. Hey, no, y'all surprised me for one, because you didn't say anything about it. It just happened, and I'm going to blame the queen herself for pulling that stunt that she pulled last night. Yeah, I didn't see that one happening, and so because of that, I did what I did, and I have nothing against it. Nothing. Nothing. Welcome to the X-Fan Show Thursday. A-Train here. That gentleman there is Dirty.
The one and the only.
No. Ain't no wait what. Ain't no wait what. Ain't no I'm always professional. Ain't no hey now. Give me that. Y'all pulling with the surprises. Y'all usually will let somebody know that somebody big like that was gonna happen.
I didn't know until the day of the show. And you've been so busy, I haven't been able to talk to you.
That the person that did this usually would tell me. And she didn't tell me.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, here goes B-Hawk Live. His new name is Dirty Nucci. Gotta love that.
No, your name is Dirty Nucci.
That's what I'm saying. My new name is Dirty Nucci.
I'm pissed because I wanted to put the highlights in, but that's okay. There's no need.
No, really?
If you didn't catch the games, that's on you.
Right. You know, and it felt bad because I was kind of wanting to talk about how bad. Well, first of all, did you like our new intro?
I was kind of surprised by that.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Did you see who I had with you? I had the mayor with you, and I had Austin Prohl with me. You know, so. But
no apologies necessary. Thank you. No apologies necessary.
You got her all upset. Don't get her all upset.
You know I love you. You know I love you now. Wow. Love you, Amanda. Come on now.
So, it is something interesting that was sent to me today. Okay. I'm going to show it to you. I actually thought it was quite funny myself, to be honest. You know, so let me get it here, right here.
Hit full screen. Hit the full screen, dude. Hit the full screen.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. Here we go. Let me unmute it.
Not playing for real.
Thanks.
Oh my God.
Thanks to thanks to B-Hawk One on that one.
Oh my God.
Thanks to a B-Hawk One.
Here we go.
For that, you know, as you see, I had a little twinkle in my eye there for
oh my God.
For Mr. DiNucci.
Oh man. Mm.
Here we go. Herb says, "Tell your boys not to screw us. A-Trade whip them Renegades." Here's another one. Also needs one. Also needs.
Oh yeah, he need one for Jordan. Hey,
LOL.
hey, Ballhawk, if you listen, we need another one for next
Here
week.
he is. Hey, he's listening. He just put up some smiley faces.
Yeah. We need it for next week.
Amanda is dying laughing. Chris is saying that he cannot wait to go to DC next weekend. So let's talk about it. As you see, week 10 with 4 teams and 2 playoff spots left. He goes, I'm on it.
He's going to find one. I guess.
Well, then he sent another one, which I thought was quite funny. You know, and I like how you posted your thing with Mr. Papa Daddy Ed.
Oh, I had nothing of the sort. I never even touched that.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, so that must have been the Queen.
I think that was the Queen's.
Gotcha. He also did the one. Let me see if I can find that one too. He also did this one. Let me go back. So
don't pull it up yet. Just
I'm not. I'm just gonna get it ready because I thought it was funny.
Yeah, we know the Queen did that one. I had nothing to do with that. Nothing.
Is that what it was?
Absolutely.
She did it? Okay. All right. That'll work.
My hands are clean with that.
Your hands were tied on that one?
I'm clean.
Is that what it was? Okay.
My hands are clean.
Gotcha. But with 4 teams left, 2 playoff spots left that we have, it's going to be a very interesting week 10 in the XFL. There is a lot of confusion on what is going on and how the Battlehawks can get into the playoffs. Well,
you gotta let's start here. Win first.
Okay.
Just beat Orlando, and then let the chips fall where they may. I'm serious. I'm not going to even. There's no point of even going through it. I know there's a bunch of tiebreakers and all that kind of crazy crap, but St. Louis kicks off this weekend. All they have to do is win.
That's it. All they have to do is win.
Just win and then let their chips fall where they may. Okay?
And you have to be rooting for this team right here if you're a St. Louis fan.
Yep.
You have to be rooting for you have to be rooting for this team right here if you want St. Louis to get it.
San Antonio, do your jobs. It's going to be tougher for San Antonio. It's going to be tougher for San Antonio.
Hold on. So somebody right here says, I'd love to get on the show, guys. I love the XFL. Well, Arlington, should we open it up to Mr. Chris here?
We let fans come on the show all the time.
That is true. So we'll do this. Oh, look who's finally in.
The co-host of the Horns Forward podcast is here.
We got Jimmy saying that the Brahmas are going down on Saturday. Marco saying A-Train dirty, what's up? Brian saying what's up? Everybody's here.
You got one chance.
I want to get on. Well, there's the link. We'll let everybody get on. We'll give you a couple minutes, everybody, to get on because we got a lot to cover in this hour.
Almost like a little bit of a Festivus.
A Festivus?
Yeah, XFL Festivus. Yeah.
Is that what we're going to call it for the rest of us?
No, not today. Not today. That's going to be the end. Our end of the season is going to be that.
Here goes Jimmy doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, this is starting to get good in the chat room.
Smack talk. We'll smack talk back and forth. I like it. All right. If you haven't seen, the matchups are below. Of course, Arlington and St. Louis kicks it off at noon Eastern. So that goes down. Then you got DC and San Antonio that kicks off Saturday's coverage. On Sunday, Houston Roughnecks go to Arlington at 3 Eastern, and then you got Vegas and Seattle that will close out the regular season on ESPN2. There are the standings. You see it below right now as we speak, as we going into this final week.
Oh
of the
my
season.
God! They just keep popping on. We're not bringing
one at a time.
We're not bringing Amanda on the show. She's banned from the show today. She is banned from the show today. Since Chris asked first, we'll bring Chris on.
Okay.
Chris, welcome to the show. How are you?
Chris.
A Defenders fan. There we go.
I'm good. You know, I got a little bit of time, so I figured before I put my son on the bus, I'd hop on here for about, like 5-6 minutes.
There you go. Now you guys do have right here's my Defenders hat. You guys do have my second favorite player in the XFL, Jordan Ta'amu.
Oh, I love Jordan, man. Jordan, I've been a fan of Jordan since A&M, so I'm glad when he that he didn't go back to St. Louis. I'm glad he's with us now. That was really made me happy.
So I guess the first question is, how did you find us?
This podcast?
Yeah, well, video cast, whatever you want to call us.
I have some friends on Facebook. They shared it with me. They said, "Hey, man, we know you're an XFL fan, so we like to kind of see if you can get on here a little bit whenever you get a chance."
Well, here, I'll do this. Let me do this for you then. Here you go. So, welcome
Shout out
to
the friends. Shout out to the friends. Thank you.
Shout out to your friends. So, here's the thing. Like, none of us really expected DC to be where they are today. And, I mean, you guys have literally just ran the league over. Like, what is your guys' expectation? What was your guys' expectations up there in DC?
Okay, so I don't live in DC.
Okay.
So the thing behind the XFL is, like, I'm going back a little bit. See, I'm 33 years old now, so
you're a baby.
Like, when I back in 2001, when XFL first came, I don't remember how old I was, but I was a Memphis Maniacs fan. That's was.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That was my team. I don't remember any of the players, so you couldn't really ask me anything. But, I was the only thing I did remember from them was Tommy Maddox made it to the league, after they finished their only season. But that was the only really thing I realized. But I was a Defenders fan when it came back the second time. So, I still got my Cardale Jones jersey upstairs and everything like that. I bought that when I went to the game. I got got my hoodie from there. I got my little foam shields they gave out from the game. So, I became invested. So it was a good investment for me. I'm glad they came back. And then when I heard that they might not be bringing the Defenders back for this one, it kind of was like, okay, well, who do I follow if I do, or am I going to follow anybody? So, but I kind of expect them to do good. Now, did I expect them to only have one loss? That was a little far-fetched for me. So I thought maybe they lose like maybe 2 games. I thought St. Louis would be a team that might kind of challenge them a little bit. But Seattle has been the one that I've been looking at. I've really been worried about this year because they started out slow, but they came on really quick. And, Ben DiNucci, he's been really, really good for them. He's improved a lot since week 1.
You see that, Arlington? Everybody, regardless if you love them or hate them or love or hate Seattle, the Nooch is the man. The Nooch is the man. He is the marketable person for the XFL.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Well,
him and Jordan.
I saw that there was a lot of people complaining about him running, what's his name, over on the way to the end zone and standing over. I'm like, dude, and people complain about him giving to the fans. Like, the fans give it to him all the time. So why can't he do it to them?
Exactly. Listen, I wasn't upset that he knocked out Silas Kelly. I mean, boom, just knocked him out.
Like, to me, playing, like, I only got to the high school level of football in my career, really. But just pretty much seeing that, because I love the physical brand of football. So watching him do that, it kind of excited me a little bit. I'm like, man, just Ben doesn't care.
He doesn't.
No, and it really warmed my heart a little bit. I'm sorry the guy got hurt. I'm not all for hurting people, but if you get up and walk afterwards, you're fine with me.
And that's exactly what Silas Kelly did. He got knocked out and then got up again. So it's all good. All right, well, Chris, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you watching us. I'm going to try to make it up to DC, but if not, I'm definitely going to make it to the championship game, and I'm going to try to make a DC Defenders game next year. Hope to see you in San Antonio. Thank you for your support. Anything else you want to say to anybody else, to the X Fan Legion show, what the Defenders are going to do this week against the Brahmas?
I think that they're going to I think they might rest some of their starters, so I don't know if we see Eric Dungy or not. But I know that I watched the USFL last year also, so I would encourage people to kind of get into that a little bit too. So I mean, more football is better for anybody. So
thanks for your time, man, Chris. Thank you.
100% agree with you. Thank you for your time, Chris.
Oh, no problem.
Continue to catch the show later.
Yes, sir. Hit us up with a message, because I have an idea for you. So hit me up on the messenger.
Okay, I got you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yep.
All right, that was Chris, a DC Defenders fan. He found us out from some friends that say, "Hey, you watch the XFL, you got to go check these guys out." I wouldn't say we're all that good, but hey, whatever. Should we bring her on?
We do what we can. We do what we can.
Should we bring her on? Because I don't think she deserves to be on, because she made such a big score last night. Why should we let her come on and steal our thunder?
Yeah. We all know about the girl talk that happened on last night. So who's after that person? I can see her now.
Yeah, I mean, the show completely went off the rails, with her and Deanne. Should we bring her on for a few minutes?
Yeah, bring her on. Go ahead.
I don't think she should be allowed on the show today.
That's fine. Go ahead. Bring her on. Oh!
Here it is, the one and the only.
First of all, I only came on because I wanted to call y'all out. How dare y'all call this hyena out today? What did I do?
I didn't call you out. I didn't call you out.
No. This guy did.
That guy over there did.
This guy did. I called you out.
For what?
So you didn't tell me that Coach Beck's wife was coming on the show last night.
I could have swore I did.
Wrong answer.
I could have swore I did.
No. You didn't tell me anything. That, a little birdie had to tell me at 8:05 that you guys had Coach Beck's wife on the show. 8:05.
You know what I say to that? Oops.
You know what I say to that?
Oops.
Goodbye. That's how you do that. This is the X Fan Show. I am the one, the only, the unprofessional, dirty. Sitting right there is my partner in crime, the one, the only.
Try not to die right now.
A-Train. That's how you do it there. Welcome to the afternoon edition. Will you just say hello to Brett, please? He keeps chiming in. Just say hi.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hi, Bert. Just say hi, Bert.
Hey, man. Hey, good seeing you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Sandy's alive.
Sandy's still alive. That's good. She is getting better.
Oh, man. Hey, did you check your messenger? Hey!
Did I check mine? No, not yet. Not yet.
Congratulations. Congratulations to Michael. Hey, I need the applause on him.
Hold on.
He just recently got hitched.
Yes,
congratulations to that.
I love to say it. He just got hitched. Like it's a bad thing to do. Just got
No.
I mean, come on, bro. Come on. I mean.
Okay, fine. He got married. I'm sorry. Did I say the wrong? Come on, man.
Oh God.
It's there. It's there. It's there. It's there.
In my
hey, but congratulations to him. He's the host of Standing Guard and Player 54 podcast. And so, we want to congratulate on his marriage. Hey, I hope she's ready, sir, because you're going to be doing some XFL stuff a lot, and she already knows about it.
Well,
we've had him on the show.
Here's our new one. Let me pull it up. Thanks to
don't do it. Don't pull. Get it. Yeah, there you go. We ready?
No.
Hit it.
I just don't understand this.
Can I tell you something that you're getting angry? I love you. Yeah, you big guy.
I'm ready. good now. Okay. All right. Husa. Nam yo ho renke kyo. Okay. I'm ready. Nam yo ho renke kyo. All right. Ready. Okay, I'm ready now for real. We can talk about the games, right? We can talk about the games and stuff. I'm trying, man. And it's hard. That's Battlehawk. Thank you. You're taking me out. Oh, man.
Can we get back on track now? Are you okay? Are you okay? Can we get back on track now, please?
Oh, man.
Can we, Sunshine?
Battlehawk wins for the day today. Yes, he does.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you feel the love? Here's what I feel right now. Down for the count. Yes, I am speechless. I mean, yeah.
Okay. All right. Back at it.
All right. So
I'm trying so hard, but I can't. All right. Okay. Oh, man.
Okay.
Shoot. All right. Big games ahead.
Oh, yeah, man. I feel the love. I definitely feel the love. I feel the love.
St. Louis, you just got to win, man. Listen.
Everybody talking shit on Dirty today.
Yes, and that's always a good day. It's always a good day.
Here we go. Love you, Dirty. Yeah.
Hey, but real talk.
What's up,
if you
Phil?
fans want to come on,
what
if you want to come on the stream, hey, put the links up. I want to talk to the fans today because it's the end of the regular season.
Yeah, we might have to because you just can't keep your goddamn.
I can't, man. I can't.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, I'm afraid if
who's going to the game today or next week? I can't keep.
I'm afraid if I bust out in the Dirty Carry voice, you're just gonna go crazy even more. You know, I mean, yeah. Welcome to the.
Battlehawk took me out for real, man. I'm serious.
I am dirty. Apparently, I'm in love with Ben DiNucci and Jordan Taylor.
I mean, the truth was there, though, right? You know it.
According to the video, there's the video evidence. I mean,
oh man! Hey, shout out to those of XFL 3.0. Oh man, thank you again. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep it together, but Battlehawk 1 took me out. I swear.
Yes, I think A-Train is going to piss his pants. I think he really is.
I might. I'm not gonna tell you if it happens.
Listen. Let's look. Let's get back on track. We have 4 teams, 2 playoff spots left, right?
Right. Yes, we do.
Yeah. What is this? The threesome no one knew we
Hey! Out of here, man. Okay. I don't care about regional assistance. Thank you. Listen.
That was a good line.
Yes. 4 teams, 2 spots.
Yep.
You already know I'm picking my 2 spots. It's going to be St. Louis and Arlington in those 2 spots. And I'm choosing them, baby.
Explain to me how this is. Listen,
I told you what's going to have to happen.
You know, usually when I wear hats, right? When I wear that hats, right? Yeah. No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't lie. You're not. You're not sorry. You're not sorry at all. You're not sorry. Don't lie. Don't.
Okay, stop. Okay, stop.
Look, listen. It's plain and simple. All right, Chris. I'll send you over. Send it over to the fan page, and then send it over to the X fan show on Facebook, and then I'll get it to you. Here. Is Houston going to tank to get the Renegades for the playoffs if San Antonio beats DC on Saturday?
That's a good question.
That is a very good question, and I mean, actually, that might be.
Is DC going to tank that game? Is DC going to tank themselves? But we talked about this. You left on Tuesday, and I want to mention it again. Would you want to pass up? And I remember hearing it on the Smoking Guns podcast on Monday night. Would you want to pass up $1,000 bonus and not win that particular game.
I mean, like right here, what Mike says. Let's really talk about this one. DC's and their secondary is definitely beat up. That is true. And Phil, you're right. DC really has nothing to play for, but
except some money. Except some money.
So if you really think about it, they've only lost one game, right? So they've already gotten $8,000 in playoff and bonus checks from wins, right?
What's wrong with $9,000?
Well, I mean, I disagree with you. I mean, I'll take $9,000 for winning. $1,000 for winning a game.
Hey, let me know.
Let's really
let me know if you don't want $9,000. I'll take that.
If you don't want $9,000, you're an idiot.
Thank you.
Idiot.
So idiot. I think they're going to play for it. I know a lot of people is on here is like, okay, they have nothing to play for. All true. All true. But also, you're playing for livelihood too. A little bit. You're playing for your livelihood, right? Some of this money you need for families and stuff like that, right? So yeah, I really think that they're going to play for it, and I think they're going to play hard, and they're going to play rough.
Here's what I think. Well, it's funny that you say rough because I just watched the Player 54 with the DC Defenders, right? And let me see if I can pull this up because I actually love something. You know, you could talk all the crap you want. Ooh, do you like?
Oh, you already cussed. You already cussed this show today, so it don't make no difference.
But you like how I caught myself there?
Yeah, whatever. You already cussed today, so it don't make no difference.
Sandy goes, if they don't want it, I'll take it. Yeah, of course, I will.
Exactly. We'll all take it.
I will too. But I do want to show you something in this video, and this is going to be courtesy of ESPN, my ESPN app, ESPN Plus, and the XFL. So here's what I think with and I never really realized with this about the XFL and Greg Williams. I mean, you know, he's mainly known for, you know, Bounty Gate in the NFL, right? But let's see, where is it? Right here. You know, this is the newest episode, Keeping the Dream Alive. Well, this was last week's episode of Keeping the Dream Alive, okay? So as I'm going to pull up, I'm going to get to the part where I want to, because I want to show you this slogan that he uses, which I never really realized it, and I really like the slogan that he uses in this.
And Greg, speaking of Greg Williams is, you know, had a bad reputation in the NFL and stuff, being one of the coaches that's dirty, and it took a big hit from that and kind of removed himself away. Those that was in St. Louis remember him. Those that were New Orleans Saints fans remember him too. All right, you got the video ready?
I do. So here it is. So
all right, here we go.
This is courtesy of XFL and ESPN Plus, my ESPN Plus app that I pay for.
All right, real quick. I embrace my rival, but only to strangle him. As we start every meeting with a quote, now understand this. Live on the edge, play on the edge, never hurt the team. Live on the edge, play on the edge, never hurt the team. But this does fit us. When you watch yourself play on film right now, is it the fastest you've ever played?
Ja'Cour Pearson upended. Hey now, there's going to be some hitting here tonight.
Is it the fastest and the most violent you've ever played?
DC's defense just getting after it.
Let's go, you will never get a criticism from me about playing fast and playing whoop ass.
Into double coverage and it's picked up.
And that's where I kind of wanted to stop it at. You will never get a complaint from me for playing fast and whoop ass. And that's exactly what the DC Defenders defense has done. From their starters all the way down to their backups, right? Listen, you say what you want about the DC Defenders and all of that stuff, okay? That is a very, very well-coached team. And there ain't much that anybody can do to that team.
No.
So if you haven't seen it, definitely go and watch it. Definitely go back and watch it because the new episode drops today at 2:30. But I don't know. Play hard to strangle your team. or to strangle your opponent. That's a great line, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, and he wants all his defenders, case in point, all puns intended, to go after it. Go after the ball. See the ball, hit the man. That's how I want it done. See ball, hit man. And knock the ball out if you can. Rip the ball away from the dog. He's an old coach.
Well, I mean, here, just like what Phil just said right here. Williams is an old school football coach. You don't have to like him, but you have to respect him. And I mean, that's true. I mean, he possibly has the best defense in the XFL. I mean, those guys play hard and fast. As much as I love the Brahmas, I mean, I don't think that they're going to sit a lot of their players because, look, we saw what De'Aaron King can do. We saw what who is the backup for DC on the running back? What is his? Armstead.
Yes. Armstead.
They can both play. So regardless if you take Jordan and Smith out, they can both play. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of their starters for the first half. And then in the second half, I think they'll start them just to keep the the build up for DC. So it's really going to be up to if San Antonio wants to win this game, and the way that Jordan has been playing in the last 4 weeks of the season, he's put himself at the top next to Ben DiNucci as the MVP, and with Abram Smith at the top of the MVP chatter. Look, DC is going. The Brahmas are going to have to control that first half. Once Jordan and them get out, then that's when they have to take over. And if Jack Cohen has a game like he did, or Jack Cohen, whatever, however you want to say his name, has a game like he did last week, where he quietly passed for 300 yards, then the Brahmas actually have a chance to beat DC.
And not to mention also utilizing Jacquez Patrick and then new wide receiver Nick Holley, who had 105 yards himself in that game, which that hurts my heart because that was a Houston Roughneck receiver, and now he's making an impact over in San Antonio. So if they want to win, you have to make sure that those guys are getting their hands on the ball and moving the chains. That's been an MO for everybody all season long. So I don't see why sitting would be the smartest thing for anybody.
Right. Like Phil says right here, DC may not sit players, but I'm wondering if they pull out every stop if San Antonio gets a lead. Would they just go, we're still going to host a playoff game? And I think that could be it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jason goes, he was always a Brahma, never a Roughneck, just on the wrong team. You gotta love.
Remember where he once started, sir. He started in
like
Houston
Brian said. Nobody
there.
saw Orlando winning in Week 7. Nobody did. And again, it could be, and I'm telling you, it could be the same situation in San Antonio. Here, the reason why, and again, like Phil brought it up, and like we brought it up before, Matthew and Matt brought it up. It's all really going to depend on that first half. If DC comes out onto a big league, I think they'll pull players and bring in the backups and stuff like that. If it's a close
that's fine.
Game,
that's fine. I'm cool.
Here you go, Elizabeth. Thank you so much, because we all have our championship tickets. No matter who is playing, I'm going to support the league. We were at the first game of the year in Arlington with Arlington and the Vipers, and then we were at the first Battlehawk game for the Brahmas, and we were going to be at the last game for the XFL championship. So thank you for getting those tickets, and thank you for supporting the league. So it's going to be interesting. So that's how I'm looking at it. If the DC is up, they will pull the players and then let San Antonio just do their thing. But even if San Antonio comes back, I don't think it's going to matter.
Later, Jason. Hey, make sure that you tune in to the Horns for a podcast on Friday.
That's just my take. So I'm going to make my pick this way. If DC is up in the first half, they will lose the game. If they don't pull all of their players, DC will win the game. That's how I'm looking at it.
I think you're almost going to have to look at it either way. San Antonio's offense has to be clicking. If San Antonio's offense doesn't click, you might as well write the season off for San Antonio. They hold their season in their hands. You win, you put pressure on Arlington to defeat Houston.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, this is why I like the show, because this was going to be kind of the next game that I was wanting to talk about. But who would you pick? DC, though I'm telling you exactly how I'm picking my team. This for the DC and the Brahmas game, okay? If DC is ahead in the first half, they're going to pull all their players, and then San Antonio is going to come back and win that game. If they don't pull their players, then DC will win the game. That's how I'm picking it.
Do not let me down. Hines Ward, your team better not let me down. I'm choosing y'all this week.
Right.
I'm choosing the Brahmas because I want to see more chaos getting into, because this is week 10. Week 10 is the regular season finale, and there should be chaos to end the season.
Exactly. So you're going Brahmas.
So I'm going with the Brahmas in a upset victory.
Okay.
Granted, it doesn't matter if they rest their players getting ready, because like people have said before, and we know it too, they really have nothing to play for except money. So
exactly,
in their pride, it's money that's on the table. If you want to win it, then they're going to play for it. If they don't want to win it, give it to me. I'll make sure I can make good use of it.
Give it to me.
Myself.
Give it to Are You Trained? Give it to Sandy. Now, Phil says
xfanshow@gmail.com.
Right.
You can send it there.
Send it there. He goes, I'm much more curious about Wade and what they do if San Antonio wins. Would Houston rather see the Renegades play or the Brahmas in the playoffs? Well, now
it shouldn't even matter. It shouldn't even matter to Wade Phillips. If Wade Phillips know what's good, they'll play and go ahead and beat Arlington.
Well, I mean, okay, now if you look at it, so it's going to be interesting because whoever hosts the championship game. So we know that DC and Houston are holding the championship game. This would kind of be like with the Roughnecks and the Renegades. This would kind of be like the 99 season when we played the Saints 3 times, played them our final season, and then had to play them the following next week.
When you're playing against a division opponent, you're going to play them at least 3 times.
Yeah.
If you're making it to the division championship. So
now
this is just another game, and then you still have to prepare for it like you're playing them for the first time.
Right. So I'm going to kind of go and look. So as you keep going, okay, so here. Houston played the Brahmas in San Antonio 17-15. Houston won, right?
That was week 8, yeah.
Week 8. Now we're going into week
talking about week 2.
Well, I'm just kind of going through it.
No, week 2 or week 3, one of those weeks, because that was the week
3. Week 3, they played San Antonio and beat them again 22-13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now let's go to. Okay, now I'm looking for the Renegades. Okay, so now we go into week 2.
Yeah,
Houston beat them 23-14. Arlington. Okay, and then
they got this game coming up, week 10.
Right, in week 10. So you've played both teams closely. You've played both teams closely, right?
Yeah.
You're Houston. You have a lot of injuries going on that team right now. San Antonio, over the last couple games, have really started clicking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They really started clicking.
I get that. And I understand that. And Houston is trying to really get back to where they were back the first 4 weeks of the season. Make sure you tune in to the Rough 'Em Up podcast today at 4:00.
See, like right here, he said, if I'm Wade, I'd much rather see Arlington over San Antonio for the playoff game. The Renegades are not going to beat you at home, but the Brahmas are the X Factor team that might beat you. And I will say this.
Don't tank for anybody.
No.
Don't tank for anybody.
I will say this about the Brahmas fans. They have traveled.
Yes, I understand that.
Well. They have traveled very, very well. I kind of agree with Phil on this one. I probably would much rather see the Arlington Renegades than the San Antonio Brahmas, because I have a feeling, because you got to remember, Arlington, where are you at? You're in Houston. How far is the drive from Houston to San Antonio for you?
3 hours, literally.
That's a day trip for those San Antonio fans. You know,
I know that. In Arlington, it's not far either. About 3.5 hours.
Right, yeah. But
it's 3.5.
I guarantee you that if the Brahmas do win against DC, and they play and Arlington beats and the Roughnecks beat Arlington, I guarantee you'll have at least 1,500 to 2,000 fans.
Hey, and bring them all on. They all need to be here.
Elizabeth says it, and we drive it too. No exceptions.
What scares me about the Renegades? Lately, they have, and I was trying to get the highlights in. When I seen how they utilize Kelly Bryant, it's similar to what Houston does with Cole McDonald. That might be the issue here. Is utilizing, because you don't know what to expect with Kelly Bryant.
No.
So that could be an issue for Houston. I don't think they played against, trying to think, not in a division. They haven't played against a mobile quarterback. Nope. They have not. So that's kind of the change there. If they do go against Arlington, is how they utilize Kelly Bryant and how they stop Kelly Bryant. That's a key factor here. Luis Perez is a game manager.
Yes.
What he's going to do is make sure first downs are made, and if he sees someone open, he's going to hit the open man. Kate, that was the key thing in the comeback. And even though it was mostly rushing the ball, you got to understand with that too. They have a decent running attack.
They do.
And San Antonio has the running attack. It's like now they're starting to come together with the passing attack. Granted, it was against Orlando, but still, it's always a positive when you see that out there. So either or, it does not matter who the Roughnecks get, because you're going to get similar type of teams going into that division championship.
All right, so you did the Renegades. I'll do the Brahma. What scares me about the Brahmas is with the addition to Nick Holly and the way that Jaquez Patrick played as the running back, he can catch the ball out of the backfield, and he can also run the ball, and he runs it hard. That is what scares me about the Brahmas. Cone is, and I was going back and looking at it. Cone has put games together very, very quietly. He hasn't been flashy or anything like that. I mean, has there been times where he has sucked it up and played terrible? Yes, it has been. But that's what scares me is Nick Holly, with that new addition of Nick Holly, because now you give Jack Cone a reliable target, and then with Patrick in the backfield coming out, can do your sweeps and all that, you give him another target right there. So that's what scares me about the Brahmas. So if I'm really Houston, I would be scared of both of these teams, to be honest. And I really don't think I don't really think you would want to play either one of those two teams, in just my opinion, because you've been played very close by both of those teams in your division.
And make sure you catch Jaquez Patrick on the latest episode of the Smoking Guns podcast back on Monday. So shout out to those guys, part of the X-Man Legion. Love that very much so. And this is kind of also going on with Phil's comment. How do you think they're scared of Perez? They haven't seen him either.
No, they haven't.
They have not seen him all season long. Right? So,
well, you've seen him just on tape.
Correct, but you haven't seen him out there on the playing field. Well, he hasn't played in any game.
And the other reason I'm not high on the Arlington Renegades, sorry, Jimmy, but I told you back in 2020 what the Battlehawks would have been. And in 2023, my fruition came true because of the play calling that the Renegades have. That's what they are. They're a 500 team at best. So that's why I'm not really scared for Houston on the Roughnecks. That's why I'm not scared about it. I think Houston runs this over. I think Houston takes it, and Houston will end up playing the Brahmas in the divisional championship.
I don't see it being a runaway. I do see it being a close game again.
Okay.
Because Brandon Silvers is still not Brandon Silvers. According to the mayor, he's Bo Callahan.
Yes, he's acting like Bo Callahan.
That's where he sees him at, and he's not back to being Brandon Silvers. And I'm really interested to seeing how AJ Smith is going to work with him. And if he's not working out, how soon Cole McDonald gets into the ball game. That's going to be a key factor because maybe they want to make sure his shoulder's okay. Right. And then you got, I just hope AJ has a plan for Cole McDonald, because that time they played against the Battlehawks, they played Brandon Silver's playbook with Cole McDonald. And it was not the type of offense that Cole McDonald runs. He's usually a runner. He was a passer that entire game.
So Brian asked the last question right here. Who do you think will have the Sports Center moment? I think it's going to be these two teams right here is going to have your Sports Center moment with McLeanan and with the Danuch. This is going to be your Sports Center moment.
This is going to in that game, because I think we pretty much wrapped that one up, right? Oh,
who were you picking with Houston and the Renegades?
Of course, the Roughnecks.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
So actually, the next game we're going to talk about, which has serious implications for the Seattle Vipers and the Seattle Sea Dragons, is the Orlando Guardians versus the Battlehawks, and because they're butthurt because the Nooch knocked out Silas Kelly. That's why they're butthurt.
Yeah, they called it him being unprofessional.
Right. So it's the Battlehawks versus the Orlando Guardians, which doesn't really help the Battlehawks at all. But we have our man Jarrett, who is down there in sunny Florida. Jarrett,
Hi.
how are you?
Doing good. Doing really well.
Look at him, Arlington. He's rocking the old. Is that the 2020 XFL hat?
Yes. Yeah, this is the final version.
And the Glacier Boys with the FCF.
Yeah, this is the one jersey. I always loved their team in 2020, and this is the second season jersey. I wanted the first season. That one was like a popsicle looking thing. It had like blue, red,
nobody cares
and white.
If you're over the Nooch. Everybody loves the Nooch besides you.
Hey,
I'm with you, Amanda. I'm with you. I'm over the Nooch myself.
All right, I'm going to mute Arlington. Jared, all right.
Hey, I was a Glacier Boys fan with FCF. It was fun to watch like the first season of it. They're getting into basketball this season or in the summertime. But anyways, DeAndre Francois was with the Glacier Boys, and then Andrew Jamil was with the Glacier Boys. And they're on
those are Guardians.
They're on the Guardians.
They're the
now,
Guardians players, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why this jersey, buddy, was only $20-something on sale, like half price on their website at the time. And I'm like, replica, just like those XFL jerseys. We can get into that later.
10 times as much.
Yes. So
let's not talk about the replica jerseys. Just go online. You'll see what the fans are saying about them.
Yeah. The Orlando Guardians. I went to the game and they gave me like a lapel pin with it. Like they gave me
those are the jerseys.
That's for the jerseys.
Yeah. So the Orlando Guardians. I've been looking at this week for a long time. Like I'm just curious how the Guardians are going to play at St. Louis. With that, if you're going to have 30,000 plus. I have a feeling the Guardians are going to have some offside calls and penalties and some maybe neutral zone infractions. I think they're going to get pressured with the amount of people, possibly. But I want to see them. Yeah.
Hold on, Jared. Considering I don't think they've even gotten close to. Last I checked was 25,000 tickets sold.
Oh yeah.
Way to go, St. Louis.
Yeah, is that based on the last loss of last week?
I think it's the early morning.
It might be the early morning game.
The time they got for it, 11 o'clock for this.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, 11 a.m. I see that now. That's crazy. I've never seen that.
Don't believe me? That's what Houston did last week. It was it was just short of 11,000. For an 11:30 game. I get it, though. I understand it. I hated it, but I understood it because the NBA playoffs is going to get dibs over those the better time slots. At least, especially in this first weekend, they're going to get the better ones.
It's experimental, with these different
times. And that was the only slot that was available that they could use for a Saturday, and they had to make sure they had the next game to do too, because they're not doing any more Friday games, they're not doing any Thursday games, and they surely not doing any Monday games. So that spot available was 11 o'clock. And then you got to make sure you had another game to go behind it at 2, because you're not going to get those primetime slots that you would normally want to see a game such as the XFL.
Right. Yeah. Now, let's talk about it. I mean, Orlando, regardless of what you want to say, over the last 2 weeks have actually played very, very well.
Yeah, they're competitive, which is I'm glad. Like the Colorado Buffaloes last year, I seen their scores. They were blown out like 40-0 or 60-0. It hasn't been like that for the Orlando Guardians. They've improved each week before they started to get their first win, but they've continued to keep it competitive, which that's all I can ask for as a fan is just don't get blown out like against the Roughnecks. That was a blowout like crazy. But
they've only had that one game where they got blown out.
Yeah. So they've kept it close. So they've kept it close in most of their games. They've had a chance to win probably 4 or 5 games, and
Andrew, I'm coming to your tailgate if it's donuts and coffee.
Who need barbecue, right? Get the donuts and the coffee,
now,
man.
Jared, Orlando can play big time spoiler here for St. Louis, right? Just as the Vipers can play big time spoilers.
Yeah, they want to
Sea Dragons.
You want to shock the world. You beat the Battlehawks at home for them. That's amazing. That would be huge. That'd be probably two of the biggest shockers of the season, in my opinion. But that'd be crazy. That'd be insane. I mean, they like I told you. I think you guys already know the Orlando Guardians. Their running game's really good with Jermaine Martin and Darrington. So they're legit. Cody Latimer has to be back, I think, this week. I was surprised he was out last week, but he'll be back as one of the leading receivers for the XFL, and he's a Super Bowl champion veteran with the Broncos, and you got freaking Rambo as well, Charleston Rambo. He hasn't really been used that much this year,
and that shocks me. Yeah. That really shocks me, Jared, because Rambo is a guy that is a big fella and can make people miss. Like, he has the strength just like Ja'Cour Pearson, and they're not utilizing his services well at all.
Well, now, hold on.
Latimer's a tight end, Rambo should be the number 1.
Latimer is number 2 in receiving yards with 558 yards. Yeah. He has 4 touchdowns. 9 of them have went for 20 yards or more. 2 have went for 40 yards or more. Rambo and Eli Rogers have all of a sudden started to turn it up with the addition to Dormady as their quarterback. And I know I talked trash on Dormady, said he wasn't the answer. Brian, he gets the gloat saying dirty look, Dormady's been doing good. But listen, Rambo is at 373 and Rogers at 308. They actually have 3 guys who can actually catch the ball, right?
Dormady. Yeah, Dormady needs to protect the ball. Stop fumbling the freaking thing, and like the defenders. Like, he needs to know where the defenders are, because he's sloppy holding it onto that football, and he gets knocked to the ground and it's game over. Like, he needs to just take a sack would be a good thing too.
Yeah, like here I'm going to give you another little stat. Quentin Dormady has only played 6 games, 6 starting. He's only started 6 games, and he has thrown for over 1,300 yards. 8 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Can you imagine if he would have been able to play more games?
Yeah, the start of the season would have been great.
The start of the season, he actually could have been. How Orlando might have had a different record and had a different team. I am actually kind of worried about this game, to be honest with you, as a Battlehawk fan. I am worried about this because think about it. These guys went in and beat DC. They beat DC.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though it was by 1 point, they still beat DC. Luck has showed us as these last few games with the Battlehawks. You love Coach Beck, love his positive, love his never die attitude.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But
there's mistakes. Like
major mistakes.
Yeah. He keeps he doesn't put his foot down on the neck and kill that other team. Like he leaves the game open and a possibility to give the other team another chance to take over, come back and win.
So as I'm looking at this, right? Okay, so here I'm gonna just because Orlando played the Brahmas, right?
Yeah.
23-25. They played in San Antonio, 23-25, right? No. They played the Renegades at home, 18-16 loss, right? Yeah. Then we go to here it is, week 7, 37-36 against DC. Yeah. Okay. In Orlando against the Sea Dragons, they got kind of beat 26-19. Week 5, they played the Vipers in Vegas, 35-32.
They've been averaging 26 points a game, and that's pretty darn good. Like, that's much better than what they were doing week 1 and week 2 with Paxton Lynch and DeAndre Francois.
Where did I get it wrong at? Yeah. I did say 25-23.
Yeah. They're doing
San Antonio. So shut up, idiot. Shut up, idiot. I said it right. So shut up. Last week, San Antonio won 25-23.
Yeah.
I said it right. So shut up.
Yep. The Terrell Buckley's having issues with that less than 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter and not going for it on 4th and 15, or, you know, he's the defense is holding him like against the Renegades, but Darmody got knocked out on the ground, and then he had that fumble, and they were so close to field goal range, and he wanted to go for the win. I would say take it to overtime. Yeah.
And that's why I disagree, man. I disagree with that. Anybody that considers themselves, I know everybody wanted as a fan wanted to go to overtime, but listen here, you go for the win.
I'm not the one that passed out on my couch.
Cost. You win at all costs. Ended in regulation. All right. It would be exciting to see an overtime game from that, but you're trying to win. This is bonus checks for these guys. Mm-hmm. You don't want to send it to overtime just because fans want to see it. You thinking if your team is not compelled to win, then you take the conservative route. But if you're trying to win a game, you go for it all. 2 points, 3 points, whatever. And I mean, I applaud the coaches that made that attempt. I think Hazlitt did it once and tried to get a win off of a 3-point attempt, and it didn't work out. And so that's what I'd rather see. I want to see coaches trying to get the win. And, you know, I know overtime is great. We've had 3 of them this season, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, would that be great to see in overtime? Here's what scares me about this game, okay? And you guys tell me if I'm wrong. No, I do not think Orlando's got to get a new head coach. I don't think there will be a new head coach in any city for at least 3 years because they've all signed two-year contracts.
That's
what
I've heard.
Cindy asked a question earlier. Do you think the teams will be in their home cities? No, not for at least 5 years. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Here's what scares me. St. Louis, when the Battlehawks are playing in the Dome, they have let the crowd noise affect them. Well, first of all, the St. Louis fans need to shut up when we're on offense and stop cheering and throwing beach balls and all that stuff while the team is on offense. First and foremost, we need to be quiet. Now, when we're on defense, then getting loud and crazy, beach balls, all you want. When we're on offense, shut up.
I got something for you on that. Peyton Manning used to tell the crowd of the Denver Broncos to pipe it down during offense.
Yes.
And
that has caused a lot of problems for us on our offense is the penalties on our offense. So what we need to do is, I'm not saying everybody just shut up. I'm just saying keep the noise level down, because if you go again, I'm going back and I watched the game on Sunday for the Battlehawks. We were getting penalties on offense due to the crowd noise. You guys want to win this game, that's what we got to do.
Offense should not have to use your home team offense should not have to use a silent count.
Your home offense shouldn't get delay of games because of the home crowd. First of all.
Exactly.
That's why we lost to DC. That's why we lost. That's why we played like dog crap against Seattle, because of the home noise crowd.
Yeah. Orlando Guardians have had less penalties like this past month. Like, they were leading in penalties like the first few weeks of the season, like 13 in a game, and now it's the other teams getting the penalties.
Right. You're right, Ballhawk. A lot of people, the person who runs the Jumbotron could help with that. But
so, Jared, we don't have much time left in the show. What's your pick for Orlando and St. Louis?
I'm going to say St. Louis wins it it could be close. I think with Hakeem Butler and Darius Shepard, and you got Brian Hill as well if he's still around, still playing with him. And it's the corners are too like the Orlando Guardians suffer on the pass defense, so I think they're going to get burned against the wide receivers of St. Louis. It could be close. Might give the Battlehawks some heart attacks, but that's that. I think
that's all I need.
Yeah, I think it's going to be close though, but I think they're going to fall short, the Orlando Guardians, against the Battlehawks. But it's going to give them heart attacks. So I'll let you guys go. Okay.
All right, Jared.
Thanks, Jared.
Yep.
Hey, I got a Danucci. Got a Danucci autograph card here. Sorry, it's blurry, but yeah, I got that off eBay. So yeah, maybe.
Nice.
Hey, you can. I'll send you my address. You can send that.
Yeah, you can have fun with this card. I'll see you guys later.
I'll just put it right back here. So yeah, I mean, listen, I am a little worried, and you're right. I got to put up the good doctor who is a reporter here in the local Missouri area. We've said it before. The presentation at the game is subpar. It has been better at some high school games. They need to really rethink that presentation they do at the Dome because it hasn't been very good. I'm going to go Battlehawks. The only reason why I'm going to go Battlehawks is because Orlando just doesn't do enough for me. I'm going to go the Battlehawks. That's who I'm going to go with to keep their hopes alive for the championship.
Okay. All right. That's who your pick
with?
is. I told you Battlehawks was, I said Battlehawks and Brahmas for Saturday. And then for Sunday, I got Houston and Vegas.
All right, so here it is, the biggest game, the Nooch, baby, the Noocher. The man, in my opinion, is number 2 in MVP voting behind Abram Smith, right? Plays the Vegas Vipers. I think Rod Woodson's at a point now where he just don't give two rat's asses. And he's just going to tell his guys, go. Do your thing. Let's do it. Do whatever it is you guys want out there. Do it. Let's get this game over. I think as much as I hate to say it, and as you know, as much as I am a fan of the Nooch, as a fan as I am of the Nooch, right? I think Vegas is just throwing the book at.
You got to also remember,
Dragons. Vegas
is a penalized group. So if they don't have any control, it's going to be a very tough game for them.
Jesus, did you just see this?
You're going to get all 3. I can't wait.
Chris, you should have gotten an email about field passes. That's how you should have gotten your email. Reach out to your ticket rep and see what happened there. Listen.
At this rate right now, who gonna stop Jacour Pearson? 5'7", and he can't be touched, can't be tackled. Did you see what he did to the Battlehawks?
Yeah.
He turned a play of nothing into a play of something.
I'm trying to be nice, man.
Listen. Why you never nice on this show, so why be nice now?
I just don't. Well, because we had such a lovely woman on the show last night. Okay, we had such a lovely woman.
When was that? When was that?
Back last night on the show.
Yeah, when was that though?
It was last night.
That's not today though.
All right, you really want it? Listen,
unleash
7.
Her.
All right, 7 for 8 targets is what Jay Peasy. 7 for 8 targets. Jay Peasy 115. How do you not wrap up a dude that's 5'6", 120 pounds, soaking wet?
He got strength, baby.
True Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill ain't got nothing on Jay Peasy. At least Jay Peasy ain't afraid to take a shot across the middle like Tyreek Hill.
What? What are you talking about?
Tyreek Hill's a pansy. Tyreek Hill's a pansy, compared to Jay Peasy, baby. Jay Peasy. Then you're going to have Destroying in the house, pumping up his boy Jay Peasy. Then you got Josh Gordon, who I was watching that game. He just shoulder blocked the dude and knocked him on his ass. Look, as much as I want the Vipers to win, just don't think it's going to happen.
Hey, TJ Hammonds is a problem too. Like they had one with their previous running back, Ellison, and Hammonds is becoming just as big of a problem than freaking Ellison, man. It's insane.
No,
Josh
he got
Gordon
better. He got better. Tyreek Hill got better when he went to Miami. He was terrible with the Chiefs. He got better when he went to Miami. Better. Much better player.
Man, we ain't talking about that. My thing is this. With Seattle has a lot of offensive weapons too. Especially from the wide receivers. It's going to be difficult, but I'm still going to choose Vegas because I want to see if they're going to get chaotic with it.
What is she complaining about? Are you seeing this?
Yeah, I've been seeing it.
What is she complaining about? I don't.
She said because we mentioned Deanna, didn't mention her. That's all. She know we love her. Because she's on every week.
I know.
That's all that matters at this rate. Anyway,
get out of your feelings.
But my thing is with this, it's gonna be hard for Vegas.
Andrew,
it's gonna be hard. Yes, it's true. Any given game, but it's a problem. She'll be all right.
We had Amanda on the show last night with that lovely Deanna.
And you caved. You caved. I don't believe you. You caved. You caved.
I said we were banning her from the show today, and you brought her on.
No.
Yeah.
No, I did not. You caved.
Here it is.
You caved.
The good doctor says Amanda's chasing the hug.
You caved. You caved. I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't let up. Sorry.
We had to.
Ain't no we in this one. I'm sorry. You by yourself. You on the island by yourself.
Look, Vegas is going to have a hard time winning this.
Exactly. Vegas is going to have to really. You're going to have to. Blitzing is just not going to get it done. Blitzing is just not going to get it done here.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's just not going to get it done.
You can blitz DiNucci all you want. And you see what happens. The dude could still get out of the pocket. I mean, here, I'll give you a prime example. When DC would do all-out blitz against Seattle, right? And this is what DiNucci stats were.
The one time that DiNucci did not yell and the Battlehawks couldn't stop it because they had to go to a silent count.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd have been more proud. I would have been proud of them because they shut down DiNucci and his voice. And I didn't hear it the entire game. I didn't hear it. I was happy. And they let me down.
Right. When you blitzing, okay, dude still threw for 301 yards against DC, right? Had four carries for 23 yards. I mean, it's hard to blitz DiNucci, you know.
He threw a pick in the game.
Well, he threw one pick, but I mean, DiNucci throws a pick every game, so what's the difference? You know. Oh, and by the way, did you see? I mean, listen, as much as I hate to say it, I want Vegas to win this game so the Battlehawks get in because we will have the better divisional record.
Correct.
Just don't think it's going to happen. So I'm going Seahawks.
And I think that Seattle, and as much as I want Vegas to win, I think Seattle is going to have a little bit more to on them to win because of losing Chris Smith. So
100%. I agree with
that. You have to kind of take into consideration too. One of your own teammates.
100% agree with you on that. They're not. Yeah, I think they're going to be like, hey, we're going to do this for Chris. Well, send the Nooch photos over to me. They're gonna do it for Chris.
Good luck, Vegas. I'm still rooting for you, baby.
I'm rooting for Vegas, but I just
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna really be tough. You're in a hostile environment too.
Now,
and
Arlington,
let the fans mess around and show up for this game.
Mm-hmm. Now, before we go, Arlington, we have talked about a lot of stuff on our show, right? We talked about marketable players and stuff on our show, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Who we think that, are the marketable players of the XFL and stuff like that, correct?
All right, I'm ready to go to bed, bro. Come on.
Okay, well, let me get to it. Hold on.
You got list? Oh, dear.
No, I don't have a list. The XFL literally just signed a new deal. with the XFL has a new sponsor that you could only get at Lumen Field. And right there, the XFL has partnered
They deleted that.
Nope, it's still there, bro. Trust me. I got confirmation.
They deleted that. No.
Dude, this is up right here on the page.
Okay.
It's not. Vegas will be playing in. We're going to talk about it because Vegas will be playing in San Antonio or playing in Vegas next year. Just a different stadium. They're going to remodel Cashman Field and call it
the A's will be playing probably in that Vegas ballpark.
Yeah, they're building that. They're building that. You know,
they're playing that new one, not Cashman.
Right. Yeah, but they have signed a partnership, a co-branded with True Brand by Ben DiNucci, who is now going to get his stuff. I already have a blue hat coming to me. So Ben DiNucci has signed a partnership with the XFL and his clothing.
You going to get the upside down dragon?
I don't know yet. I got to wait. I'm going to have somebody get me a hat while they're at the game. And we're going to talk about it. I want to go do some more digging into it. But the players voted down the Steelworkers Union deal. I think it might have a lot to do with there are still some players from the things that I've dug up. There still are some players that have NFL practice squad eligibility and are signed to practice squads and are part of the NFL Players Union. I'm going to dig into more of that before I really break it down, but they voted it down. Only less than half of the XFL eligible voters voted for the Steelworkers unionized contract. So,
yeah, a lot of people were surprised about that too. A lot of people were surprised on how the vote went.
Really?
All right.
Were you really surprised? Because I wasn't.
I kind of was. I was surprised about it. All right, that'll wrap things up for this edition. The regular season ends this weekend. Make sure you catch all the games, as you can see below. Next week is championship week, baby.
Is it?
Championship week. Next week is championship week, man. We're going to know who the teams are coming Sunday, after Sunday.
That is true. We are, aren't we?
We'll have that coverage for you next week, man. Hey, Rough 'em Up podcast every Thursday, dropping at 4 o'clock. Yep.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they'll drop at 4 o'clock today.
Hey, if you guys haven't went to watch an XFL game, this is the week to go watch it. Chaos is still ensued. This is the X Fan Show. We are.
Oh, yes.
X, yes.
I got to take one shot.
Go.
XFL viewership in week 1 was better than USFL in week 1.
We'll talk about that later. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.